What is the most touching thing someone has said to you? You've helped me become a better version of myself. It meant the world to me. You made my life better just by being in it. Simple, but it really stuck with me. Someone once said I made them believe in kindness again. That really touched my heart. My father-in-law has had 5 surgeries in the last 2 years and it has been a long recovery, and because of that I have been doing my best to help out by doing their yard work, loading up his wheelchair, etc. Just stuff you do for family. Well, just one day out of the blue my mother-in-law texted me and just said, "You're our hero," and that has stuck with me. Someone once told me, "You make people feel seen." It hit me because it's easy to go through life unnoticed, but knowing I could make someone feel value at it stuck with me. I work in a homeless shelter in a very red state. ID just got done checking in a new person ID just met. We were talking afterward and they told me that they were trans, but not out. Later, I asked what made them feel like they could tell me that since it's a very red state, at a shelter ran by evangelicals. They said, "I don't know. Something about you. I just knew you were safe." That's the greatest compliment I've ever received. You were right. It's rare, it's powerful, and it hits straight in the feels. I saved your text because it made my day. Sometimes it's the smallest things that leave the biggest impact. A couple of weeks ago, I was alone in a city I didn't know, and I had my heart broken in a cafe. The waiter saw that I was upset and asked if I was okay. I wept. She sat with me and talked to me while I had my coffees and I ordered something to eat. I went to pay and found out she had paid for all of it. Cried again. It was nice to have someone to sit with. I'm a Filipina, and there was an elderly man in Miami with whom I struck up a conversation. He was gazing at my face and he said, "So this is what your people look like. It's like all the world combined. Goddamn. You eat pussy like it's your job." I know, nothing inspirational necessarily, but I found it to be a hell of a compliment. Wow, you really have a beautiful mind to the day. Best thing I've heard. I think you're going to be the reason a lot of people find hope again. My friend's husband told his wife and then she told me, "She's me, our family." Never felt that valued before, not even my own family. I've lost many friends and family in my life, and a girl I was like on and off again with sent me this after my best friend of 32 years died tragically. But I really have always admired how strong and sweet of a person you were in every unfair situation like this. It's such a big part of your character I really love. One of my students wrote me a letter on graduation that said he was severely depressed, and I suspect suicidal, though he didn't say it, and my talk with him about why he failed my exam changed his life, because no one had ever told him he was brilliant before. We later worked on research together and he said it was the best time in his life. We're still in touch. He's working on a master's and plans to get a PhD. I'm so humbled by him and proud of him. I feel safe with you. You feel like home. One night while in the newborn trenches with my son, I was struggling and crying, just really emotional. I can't remember exactly what I said, something about feeling ugly, and my husband, who I had been with 10 years at that point, told me, "I have never been more attracted to you. Watching you be a mom to our son is beautiful. You are beautiful," and it plays in my head still on hard days. Someone once told me no one else is going to live your life for you. Make the choices that you want, because only you are going to live with those choices. That is now a core value in my life. It resonates so deeply I can't explain how much those simple words touched me. You're the only person I've ever felt genuine connection with. I don't know how I'd live without you, or just always here for me in my hardest times. That really melted my heart.